All right, good morning, second grade students. So today for math, you watched the lesson 18 Eureka math video on order numbers in different forms. And so today we're going to be going through the lesson 18 homework sheet just to review what you learned in today's lesson. So for number 1, it says draw the following values on the place value charts as you think best. So let's start with A. So we have 241. So our ones place, we have 1. Our tens place, we have 4. And for our hundreds place, we have 2. All right, so then let's move on to B for 412. So again, our ones place, we have 2. Our tens place, we have 1. And our hundreds place, we have 4. All right, and then lastly, C, we have 124. So again, starting with our ones place, we have 4. Our tens place, we have 2. And our hundreds place, we have 1. So now D asks us to order the numbers from least to greatest. So remember, least to greatest. So we want smallest to largest. So one trick we can do to figure out which is our smallest is to look at our hundreds places. So we have 1, 4, or 2. And we know that 1 is the smallest out of all of these. So 124 is going to be our first. And then our next smallest would be 241 because 2 is smaller than 4. And then we know 412 is going to be our greatest or our largest number. All right, so now let's look at number 2 here. So number 2 asks us to order the following from least to greatest in standard form. So standard form just means that we're just using the regular numbers to write these out. So we have 537, 263, and 912. So again, let's look at our hundreds places. And all 3 numbers in our hundreds places are different. So we can stop at looking at our hundreds place because they aren't the same number. So 2, 5, and 9. And again, we need to do least to greatest. So out of 2, 5, and 9, we know 200 is the smallest. So 263 we will put first. So now we've used that one, so we'll cross it off. Now between 5 and 9, you know 5 is smaller than 9. So next will be 537. We'll cross that one off. And then we have 912 left over. So now for B, we have 230, 213, and 20 tens and 3 ones. So let's first start with 230. So we have 200, no tens, But remember, it says 30. So we would say 10, 20, 30. So actually, we do have a tens place. So we would write this as 230. So this one's kind of tricky because it says 230. So we know 30 is going to be in our tens place. Now we have 213 that they've already written out for us. And then we have 20 tens and 3 ones. So we know our ones place is going to be 3. And remember with 20 tens, so remember before, if we did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So 10 would equal 100. So then if we did another 10, we would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which equals another 100. So that's our 20 tens. So 20 tens gives us 200. So we're going to have 203. So our numbers are 230, 213, and 203. So now remember, we always want to look at our hundreds place. So our hundreds place this time, all 3 are the same. So we can't go off of the hundreds place. We're going to have to go off of the tens place. So let's try our tens place next. So we have 3, 1, and 0. So we know 3 is the largest, but remember we want to go least to greatest. So we have 3, 1, and 0. So we know 0 is the smallest. So that's going to make 203 the smallest number. Now we need our next number up. So we've used 203. So we'll cross that one off. So now 1 or 3. So we know 1 is smaller than 3. So 213 is going to come next. And then we have one number left, which is 230. All right, so now let's try C here. So now we have 400 plus 80 plus 5. So we know we're going to have 4 in our hundreds place, 8 in our tens place, and 5 in our ones place. Now we have 4 plus 800 plus 50. So we notice that it's the same as this one, but they flipped it around. So let's look at our hundreds place first. So we're going to have 8 in our hundreds place this time instead of 400. In our tens place, we're going to have 5. And then in our ones place, we are going to have 4. So again, let's look at our hundreds place first. So we have 8, 8, and 4. So again, remember, least to greatest. So we know 4 is smaller than 8. So 485 is going to be first. Now we need to decide between 854 and 845. So now we're going to look at our tens place. We have 5 and we have 4. And we know 4 is smaller than 5. So 845 is going to go next. And our largest number out of the 3 is 854. All right.